Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Hope you're all well on this Sunday evening. Pretty busy day. Pretty hot actually. It's mid to high 30s I think. It was pretty hot out in the baseball field today. Unfortunately, the boys had a loss today. We went down, I think 10-1 was the score. I didn't play very good at all. One off the wrist. Got little stitch marks there, which didn't help and cost us a couple of runs. And yeah, we just didn't hit. It didn't hit, and we should have. The pitcher wasn't that flash, so a bit of a struggle for us, for the Braves B grade side, unfortunately. But our pitcher Tommy started pretty well, did all right, held the top team down to 2 runs for a while. Got a little bit tired, and then we sort of had a few stuff ups, and it ended up blowing out a bit. So it was probably worse than what it actually was. We were in it for quite a while, but you get that. Life moves on. It's over next week. Anyway, on to the news. And not a huge amount in there. There's a fair bit of talk about. I'm going to go into probably Apple first off. F-stoppers, if you haven't watched them, or watched their channel, their photography show or photography channel. Pretty experienced sort of dudes. They do some really high level stuff, and there's some fun stuff and some instructional stuff in between, but very knowledgeable and do a great job. One of the guys, obviously with the 16-inch MacBook Pro coming out, he went on and talked about how he was complaining about the dongles situation. USB-C basically. USB-C's been out for a few years. Apple's gone full on into it. The new laptops don't have USB-A ports, or there's no SD card slots, there's nothing. You have to do everything via dongle. We've talked about Donglegate in the past and what that's caused, and it causes a lot of people a lot of painful trouble. Some of the dongles can be rather expensive. Once I get my new laptop, I've already got the dongle, the basically big block about this big, so I can put all my different ports in and plug all my different devices in, because pretty much everything else is USB-A type, the square type, instead of this USB-C. Now he'd copped a bit of heat in many times he discussed this, so he thought, well, he's do a video, and he went through Apple's store and went through their review system, and basically pretty much 98% of the reviews on there for any sort of dongle that they were selling themselves, the guys who put this device together and put these ports on, and it was supposed to be the be all and end all, none of them work. 98% of the reviews were just terrible, all 1 stars, just smashed them. Nothing works. You can't put a video up, or if you're a presenter, you can't get a video to work. Doesn't matter how good you are. Device is cut in, cut out. Just a whole myriad of people had been that pissed off that they actually gone and said something. Now, generally, if I get pissed off with something, I just never go back there again. Very rarely that I put in a bad review about someone, unless it's something very expensive. Obviously, some of these devices are $300 to $400 just for a dongle, just so you can plug something in. So that's ridiculous as it is in itself. But yeah, so he basically went in and said, well, look, it's not just me that's complaining. Everyone's complaining about this. The USB doesn't work. Nothing works with it. It's a total disaster. Apple, pull your heads in. So what did Apple do? The very next day, they removed all reviews website wide. So no longer can you get a review saying how bad a product is. So that's pretty, I'm going to say it, piss poor by Apple. I'm a big fan of Apple, but that's just total crap. What a joke of a company that if they sell something, you don't have the balls to stand up to it and say, well, yes, this is mine and we accept it. If it's faulty, that's fine. But to stand up to it and to don't even have the balls just to say, yeah, well, we've stuffed up. That's pretty piss weak. and a disgrace to any sort of business. Yeah, Apple, that's a joke. You're a joke. You should be ashamed of yourself for doing that. How could you even think about it? So yeah, good on him for doing the video now. When I watched it, I was like, nah, yeah, fair enough. No one really cares about reviews that much. Obviously Apple do, because they just removed everyone. So yeah, Apple, get a dog up here. That's piss poor. Let's get over the nasty stuff, because that was, yeah, I'm pretty pissed off about that. I've said enough. Harry Potter fans, it's Christmas time. Harry Potter, well, this is going to sell a heap, I think. Pandora, so they're the guys that do the bracelets and stuff and bits and pieces. If you've got a family member that is a Harry Potter fan and likes the Pandora stuff, well, they're bringing out a Harry Potter range of stuff. I'll chuck a picture in the thumbnail, I'll give you a rough idea what it's out there. But yeah, if you're definitely got a Harry Potter fan in there, this will be definitely something for the Christmas gift basket. I think these will sell an absolute ton. Yeah, I think it's very smart advertising and by Pandora to get amongst it. It's, even though the movies are finished, it's still such a hugely popular series and movies. So yeah, fantastic to see them do this. I think they'll be a big seller. I know I've got a couple of nieces that'll be very keen on these, so their husband and fiance better look out. I think they might have to go shopping at Pandora. Anyway, Tesla truck, holy crap. Talk about polarising, probably the only thing other than Apple with their pulling the reviews. 2 secs, I'm just going to adjust this. I think I'm a little bit tilted off. Try that. I think I was a little bit whacked out. That looks a bit better. Sorry about that. Yeah, the only Tesla has said that the Cybertruck, it's been hugely polarising, massive. Either you're with it or against it. There's been probably they're saying 50-50 of people against it to with it. Well, figures are in 140,000 pre-sales for it. 41% with a 3 motor. I think 52%. There was only a smaller margin wanted the single motor, so the single motor probably won't get built. They'll probably close that one out. But yeah, it's coming. It's coming and it's in there. So 140,000 people put down $100. So yeah, they want one that gets them in line. That's a refundable deposit, obviously. So these are not locked in consigned sales, but it's 140,000 people interested in one particular car. I think there'd be a lot of car companies anywhere on the planet, in any country, that would be absolutely stoked with that sort of a sign up. That's a huge number to come out. Again, I'm not a big fan of it. I think the technology in it's fantastic. The mechanics of it is a brilliant idea. I think the actual look of it is just abomination, to be honest. I just have nothing positive to say about the looks, and it hasn't grown on me in the week that it's, or 3 or 4 days that it's been out. It's still the same and still ugly as sin. A lot of people like it, but so it's good. I think Tesla may have hit the mark he was looking for. He obviously didn't want to compete against the guys. He wanted to compete again, go and get the market share that just didn't like the Fords, the Chevys, the Dodge Rams, and said, well, there's got to be a percentage of the market out there that hates the look of those trucks, and I'm going to get that market and I'll take that money. And I think he's got it. So, chin chin. Congratulations. Good on you, Tesla. Elon. Yeah, I can't knock you for that. That's amazing. Yeah, we'll definitely be seeing it coming, which is fantastic. I think that's a great idea. It's the first model of a new breed of electric truck, so that's awesome. Definitely something worth looking at when it comes out, and we'll see if it keeps that same shape. I'm assuming it's going to, but yeah, definitely different. Couple of years, I think about 2 years. I think Marquez said he's ordered one, MKB8. and he's ordered one. He got the tri-motor. Took him a while to decide, and they've just released now. There's going to be a full black version. So you got the stainless steel version, and then you get a full black version. And I think that did swing a few people, that colour swatch. Now, there's a new iPhone out, Steve Jobs version. Now, it's one of 9 only. It's a limited edition. It's a super mega dollar version. Didn't get a price on it as such. Just thought I'd throw it in. Basically, it's a titanium framed iPhone, and in the back of it, where the Apple logo is, that's sort of a 3D gloss or glass version, and inside there is a piece of Steve Jobs famed black polo that was auctioned off a while ago by one of his assistants. So that's out there. It's an amazing phone. It's got all the gear, the tech. It's obviously really well made and updated. It's a luxury item. It's a limited edition of one of 9, so it's going to be worth a fortune. I didn't even really need, if you have to ask, you can't afford it. I think it's the old saying, and I'm pretty sure that's the same with this phone. So it's, I guess there's going to be some fanboys out there. There's going to be some people with the money that are just going to go, yeah, I want to have that. And it's going to be a talking point at parties to show off and that, and it'll last a while, I think. So why not? If you can do it and sell it, good on you. Something different though. It's an iPhone 11 Pro, so it's the latest phone. It's still 100% awesome in like the tech side of it, but yeah, it's just cosmetically been fancied up, and the little apples is clear, like a dark clear, and you can see this little piece of it's like stuff all. Be less than a centimetre sort of size of this cloth. So they probably could have made 1,000 of them realistically with the size of a jumper compared to what they put in there. So, but yeah, it's in there. If it's for you, get on the train. You can definitely buy one. Now, lucky last, Biobait. If you haven't heard of Biobait, they're a company I dealt with last year when we were looking at the Barra Classic. Use a heap of their baits, very good quality baits. The thing I really liked about them is that all the baits are 100% recyclable, or what do you call it, not recyclable, they disintegrate. So basically after 90 days, that plastic, instead of having the plastic sit in a river or in a fish's gut, after 90 days it dissolves and it's biodegradable. That's the word I'm after. So I was really impressed by that. I actually talked to one of the guys in Denver. I think they're from Colorado. He actually rang me and I had a quick chat to him. I was talking to him about sponsorship. Obviously our team wasn't big enough at that moment, and I was quite happy with that. I was really happy just to have someone give me a call back. I was much impressed that they was that sort of a company that they'd go out of their way to give me a ring to have a chat. So, and I've been more and more impressed the more I've seen of them, and having tried the baits, they're fantastic. And they do a great job, and knowing that they don't hurt the environment is a fantastic thing, and I think probably more bait companies probably should look into that sort of realm. It's obviously very well possible. They're infused, so they've got a really strong scent in there, and they're a really good bait, so definitely worth chucking something on your list. Now they've just released a new leech shape, so sort of a round pointy with a tail. Probably more so for you guys in the States, you'll understand more about the leech side, but it might be worthwhile looking at the shape for you guys in Australia too, for the bass side. Definitely on those smaller dam fish, so it might be definitely worth getting on it. It's tear resistant and it's fused, and it's called a bio leech, and it's out now. They've just released it in time for Christmas. So yeah, as I said, they're a really good company. You'll probably have to get online, somewhere like a Tackle Warehouse or a Bass Pro or somewhere like that, or you can order direct through the boys. If you do order direct through the boys, maybe just chuck a thing in the notes to say Tigers Media, just let them know that we dropped you by. That'd be much appreciated. They are a great bunch of blokes. We've been trying to help them get into Australia, and I think they'll do really well here. And I think you will not be disappointed in what you get from them. They do a fantastic job, and they're a great bunch of blokes. As a company, very nice to deal with. And that's about it. Again, not sponsored, but I think when credit's due. So I thought I'd just give them a shout out. They have done really well. They've always looked after me whenever I asked them stuff and questions and bits and pieces. They've always come out. So I thought, and with the new bait out, it's definitely worthwhile checking out. So give it a go. And that's about it. Sunday, another week done and dusted. Getting closer to Christmas. The Christmas parties are kicking in. Everyone you talk to, they're too busy because they've got a show on, this show on, that show on that. Good on you, enjoy it. It's what it's all about. It's not about Christmas Day and presents and stuff. It's about catching up with friends and family and mates, having a beer or a drink or a glass of lemonade or water, catching up, talking bullshit and enjoying life, like we all should. And yeah, and that's where I'll probably leave it. Enjoy yourselves, have a good week. I'll see you all again tomorrow, Monday night. We'll see you soon. So wherever you're coming, going, or heading to bed. I'll see you soon. Take it easy and stay safe.